You think you fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. Thank you, Kamala. Hello and welcome to my channel. My channel name says Mercury, but I go by Jono in real life. If you don't know who I am or what I do, I make music. I also have music on streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Those links are down below. But yeah, I also used to make YouTube videos consistently, at least maybe 3-4 years ago. Subscribe to follow me on my college/music/YouTube video journey. I do vlogs from time to time. Listen, this channel is all over the place. It's mostly music videos and music, but I will post the occasional sit down vlog like this. I am currently a junior in high school, which brings me to the topic of this video, senioritis. But more specifically, senioritis as a junior. This is lethal. First of all, let's start with what senioritis is. Senioritis is a supposed affliction of students in their final year of high school or college, characterized by a decline in motivation or performance. This is already applying to me as a junior in high school, which is why some people have coined the term junioritis. But continuing on that, my graduation is in 2025 and I'm not fully convinced in what I'm gonna major in. I just know that I'm gonna take a musical path. I do have like 8 schools on my list of places to apply. It's not fully figured out yet. We're working on that. But yeah, the general consensus is I'm going to be going to school in a city and be broke on the streets of said city for the next 5 years. The application process for college is so arduous and like time consuming. I'm trying to get over the fact that I have to whip up like 10 songs and portfolio shit for different schools, but I know in the end it's gonna be worth it, so just gotta keep pushing through. If you're gonna try to pursue a career in performing arts or major in something music related, you need to start now because deadlines are early. For me, I'm lucky because I've been producing music for a long time now, so I am guaranteed to have at least a small portfolio to share with colleges, but that doesn't mean that the songs that I've made so far are good enough or good enough in my standards. It is the last quarter of the year. My school is weird in that we start in September and end in June. Currently, I'm on a Memorial Day break, which we have 6 days for, which I'm really excited about because if you don't know, I live in upstate New York. We get a lot of snow here in the winter. This year, we didn't get that much snow. So we had a bunch of snow days that we didn't use. So they tacked it on to like this whole weekend. So I have like 6 days off. It's like a whole like pre-summer break. I'm already almost through with high school, thank God. This year's been pretty cool. And my favorite since the start of high school, freshman year and sophomore year, were god awful, but this year was like at least a little step up. Each year has brought its own onset of like issues and hardships and obstacles, but I'm here, I'm surviving, I'm living, I'm a survivor. I wrote 2 albums about both of those years, so if you really want like a deep dive, like those 2 are very symbolic of that time. But anyways, those 2 were the worst years of my life. I was a train wreck. I was in a train wreck of a relationship. It was woo! That's over. So yeah. Now listen, I have been academically advanced up until 7th grade. I was one of them talented and gifted kids, had extremely good grades before the pandemic hit. I was a straight A student, and then I started to lose motivation, and then I became depressed and anxious. I was diagnosed with both. That kind of like destroyed my relationship with academics. I started to not like school anymore. I started to dread like going on Zoom, as one would. And I started to dread like going to school. I just didn't want to like be there anymore. I didn't really want to like do the work. But let's lift our spirits back up. Not exactly performing at the level I used to, but I am still on that advanced academic streak. As a junior, I'm taking classes that you would usually take as a senior, so it's not like I completely lost my track. One of the biggest things that's also contributing to my senioritis is the fact that most, if not all of my friends are seniors graduating this year. And it's like they're all like leaving, and then I'm stuck here to do another year of high school. Like, I'm ready to go, like take me now, like let me graduate. Like honestly, like if I just put like 1 extra class in my sophomore and junior year, I would have been able to graduate early. But unfortunately, I didn't do that because I felt like, you know, I'll graduate my class because who does it hurt? I think it's only right for me to now talk about the coping strategies that I'm using to get through this burden, this struggle, this hardship of senioritis. Number 1, staying present in the moment. Staying present and like practicing grounding myself and like staying aware is extremely helpful for coping with senioritis as a junior. I'm a guy who like focuses on the future and the past a lot. I'm not present by any means. If I'm left alone for too long, I'll be thinking about whatever thing I said last week that is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Or I'll be thinking about college, I'll be thinking about the future, or I'll be thinking about my first stadium world tour. Stream my music. Number 2, slowing down. Life moves so damn fast. It feels like it was the end of sophomore year, literally yesterday. I try to like embrace and take in the moments that I'm starting to get like really like valley girl right now. The point is, spending time with my friends is a very good way for me to slow down and appreciate the moment, appreciate the present. Number 3, working towards the future. This is like directly contradictory to what I just said, but being able to slow down while still working on what's coming in the near future. Yeah, I'm supposed to be staying present, but I also need to submit my applications and auditions by like fall, this fall, like early fall. I have to get working now. Thinking about the near future while staying present is a very good way to deal with senioritis. You're still looking forward to the future. You're still like focusing a little bit ahead, but you're not like getting too far ahead of yourself where you're like, oh my God, I just want to get out of here. Number 4, fitness. Now, throughout my entire like YouTube career for the past 9 years now, I have never talked about fitness. I've always hated talking about fitness. I grew up with a phobia of activity, as we can see in my older videos. But this past year, I tried something new. I decided to face that fear. I joined my school's track team. I'm god awful at running, guys. I'm not saying that I'm good at running or anything, but absolutely destroyed my fear of being seen doing anything remotely active in front of other people because I was forced to run in front of hundreds of people at meets. It honestly removed this barrier between me and other people. I feel so much more open. Long story short, fitness really is helping me stay in the moment. It improves not only your physical health, but your mental health. It doesn't have to be track. It doesn't have to be a full sport. It doesn't have to be going to the gym every single day, but even just like, I don't know, going for a walk for 20 to 30 minutes is really helpful for practicing mindfulness, focusing on the moment. Number 5, let yourself feel. One of the things I've also learned throughout high school is to let myself feel emotions, but still learn how to control them. Don't suppress your want to get out of high school as soon as possible. It's not that serious. Yeah, you want to get out of high school as soon as possible. So do I. Like almost every high schooler feels this, but also don't let the senioritis take away from the present, which also ties into number 6, which is don't lose sight of the future. Don't let the fact that you're stuck in high school take away from the fact that you're about to leave high school. Hold that bit of hope because you know you're leaving. There's a balance. You gotta keep the balance. See, my arms are not straight, but keep the balance. So yeah, but that's really all I have as coping strategies. This video is like totally unneeded. Like senioritis is not that serious. It's literally tagged as humorous on Google, but if you're like actually struggling with senioritis and like depression and anxiety about being stuck in high school or like being anxious about leaving or anything like that, like that is serious. And I feel like these coping strategies could help with that. If you ever need somebody to talk to, look into therapy. I'm not sponsored by anything, so I can't recommend anything. I used to just journaling. I used to do that a lot last year, but I kind of stopped because I forgot the app existed. It also doesn't have to be an app, just like get a fucking journal. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Peace out, y'all.